Hi Dollar Divas, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm testing out some new makeup. So when I was checking out the other day, I found a couple items that were $1.25, some really like fun finds, fun makeup finds. And I was told that it was good that I got them while they were $1.25 because they probably would be more in the $4 price range next time around. So not fun news, but I do have some fun makeup that I found for $1.25, as well as some other makeup that was given to me by like one of my personal friends. She works at Beals and she picked up some stuff that was a really good deal. So then I've got a couple other products that I've just been hanging on to by IONI and LA Colors. So we're gonna do an almost full face of new bargain makeup today. Of course, if you're returning to my channel, thank you so much for returning for another video. And if you're new to my channel, my name is Jessica and I'm basically a bargain makeup channel, which means I like to do all the same fun content that other makeup channels do. I just like to keep it in the bargain price point. So the closer to $1, the better. And without any further chit chat, let's just go ahead and get into today's video. So I already did my eyebrows and I applied some eyeshadow primer. I will have the products listed down below. I did use this LA Colors eyebrow product that I found, I think, at Family Dollar a few years ago. It kind of needs to be used up. It's starting to get dry. Then I use the LA Colors eye primer. So I found a really fun item at Dollar Tree. And this was actually the item that I was checking out with when the lady said, you know, we're going to the multi-price system and at some point a product like this may end up being like $4 here. And so, but I was, of course, able to pick it up for $1.25. And I bought two. I did buy one for myself and I bought one for my 10,000 subscriber giveaway, which will be hopefully sooner rather than later. I've been collecting things for that for a while. But I did find the Summer Vibes palette by Treat Beauty. It is cruelty-free, it says on the back, and so it comes in this little sleeve. And it looks to be a really nice palette. It has a mirror and it's got 8 shades, and we're gonna be getting a look with this today. Let me know if you've seen this palette at your Dollar Tree. And let me know if you've seen maybe other color stories. There may be other color stories, I don't know. So I'm gonna first go all over my lid, like up into the crease with that shade there. That's called Sunset. Just going with a big brush. The lady that works at my closest Dollar Tree said that this was really pigmented, and she's a darker skinned lady, and she really liked this palette. She said that the colors were very pigmented, and she's not lying. Look at that. It's going on really good. There's a little bit of fallout like in the pan, but that's okay. So I'm gonna go into the shade here, Bally. I'm gonna blend this. Wow, these are really, really smooth and pigmented. I'm gonna blend that in a little bit. I probably should have gone with a little bit of a lighter hand. They also have a brown color. Like this is a palette that you can do like a total look with. Like I'm not gonna dip into any other palettes, which is really nice. It's got like a darker brown where you can smoke out. It's got these different kinds of shades of like peach and coral and kind of this maroon shade. Really, really nice. So now I'm gonna end up using the shade up here, Mai Tai, like on my brow bone in a corner and stuff like that. But I think I'm gonna go into this beautiful, they've got these like bluish, they've got these are all 4 shimmer shades here. And they all look really beautiful. I'm gonna go into the shade Sunburn. That looks really beautiful. It's kind of like a sagey metallic green. So I'm gonna take my flat brush like this, and I'm gonna go in as I usually do. I'm gonna spray my brush with some setting spray. I get asked a lot what I use. This is just, I just use a lot of random ones. If they're not something from Dollar Tree, this is from Pacifica. I'm just trying to kind of use it up. I've had it for a while. Oh, wow. Y'all, that is gorgeous. Oh my, that is a beautiful sage green shade. Blend it with my brush. That is so stunning. You know, sometimes things like brand name things like this, although I'd never heard of this brand, it's obviously some kind of it's a more expensive brand than something that's normally at Dollar Tree. Sometimes they could be hit or miss, you know? You just don't know, and this is definitely really nice. The lady that checked me out at the checkout line wasn't kidding. So now I'm gonna go into the shade Sunrise. It's this matte brown right here. I'm just gonna take that brush that I used from before, and I'm gonna go in and kind of smoke this out a bit. Okay, so I'm gonna stop right there with the eyeshadow for right now, and we'll come back and finish like the details with the eyeshadow. But I'm gonna move on to mascara and lashes and all that good stuff. I don't have new lashes. I'm just gonna use some IONI Halflings, but I do have a little mascara to try. This came in the little package that my friend gave me. It was from Beals. It was in like, you know those bags at Dollar Tree you see with like the Wet n Wild products? They'll have either have like lashes or they'll have like little brushes and stuff. It was a little bag like that. And like I said, there were 4 products and she bought one for herself and myself too because she said the deal was just too good to pass up. So in there was a Wet n Wild Big Poppa mascara. So I've never tried, I don't think I've ever really tried a Wet n Wild mascara. If I had, well, I'm sure I have. It's just been a long time. Look at that. That is so cute. So it's like a little mini size. My hands are a mess, y'all. Still ain't got my nails done. Just haven't had the wherewithal. I'm off today, but I'm not leaving the house. So like the brush has like, they talk about how it has a bunch of little, it says it has 500 plus crimped bristles. So you can actually really see, it's a unique brush, but I guess it's designed to get all the little lashes. And y'all, I ain't get nothing but little lashes. So like I said, I am gonna put lashes on, but I really kind of like the brush, y'all. Like, I feel like it is actually getting all of my lashes. Of course, you know, my lashes are tough. They're just very sparse and short and sad, but I will apply a couple coats of this. I'm gonna let those dry, and I'm gonna apply another product that was in that little baggie that she gave me. It's the Wet n Wild PhotoFocus Rose Primer Serum. It's really, really pretty. I don't think I haven't tried, I'm gonna shake it up just cause. I've never really tried, I'm always like curious about products like this, but I've really tried so few. Comes with a little dropper bottle, and it's just like this liquid base. So I'm gonna put this on. I have a powdered foundation, and I'm always a little bit nervous of powdered foundation, so hopefully this will give my skin a little extra oomph, you know. Feels nice on the skin. It doesn't feel greasy or sticky or anything like that. Just feels really, really nice. So I'm gonna now go in with a second coat. It's not like a super lengthening mascara, but it's definitely thickening up my lashes. There we go. That's actually a nice mascara. Like I said, it's not super lengthening, but it thickens up your lashes. Probably would be really nice to combine it with a lengthening. I've had Dollar Divas say that that's something that they do. They'll use a lengthening and a curling or something that, you know, because sometimes I need lengthening and thickening personally, but this is a really good like thickening mascara. So if you have like long lashes, this is gonna make them really thick. Like I said, my lashes need a little extra help, but really, really not a bad mascara at all. So I'm just gonna put some IONI lash glue liner in one and some IONI halfling lashes, and then I will be right back and we'll move on to the face. All right, so my lashes are on, and we'll come back to the eyes and add some details, but I wanna move on to the face. So I really like the look and feel of my skin with this Rose Primer Serum, and now I'm gonna do something else I found at Dollar Tree. This is the Color Spell Foundation. It's a matte powder compact. I got the shade Fairly Light. I think that's all they had. I can't really remember. Of course, I recently tried a powder foundation from Giove, I think, something I found at the Dollar Tree, and I was afraid of it, but it actually ends up having a really nice effect on my skin. At first, it kind of looks a little powdery and stuff, but then it like melts into my skin, and both times I've used it, I've had a really nice effect. So it just comes in this little compact here. So I'm hoping I'll like this one just as much. Let me know if you've tried this and what you think. Doesn't have any smell to it that I can tell. It's a really nice little compact. Like I said, I can't really remember what shades I saw at my Dollar Tree. I think this is the only one I saw. So I'm just gonna use the sponge that it comes with just because, to try it out. I think the shade's gonna be actually perfect for me, especially once it's got really good coverage. It's actually going on like silky smooth. Like it doesn't really feel super powdery. And it feels that way when I first put it on. I got a lot of confidence that as it melts into my skin, you know, from the heat of your face. That's kind of the idea of baking. When you bake and you let the powder sit like under your eyes and stuff, the heat from your skin kind of melts it into your skin and makes your makeup last longer, but makes your makeup, you know, your under eye area look smoother and stuff. So I feel like if I'm getting this good of a result right off the bat, that in a minute when this stuff settles, it'll be even that much better. Like I said, it's got really good, surprisingly good coverage for a powder. I mean, I don't have a lot of experience using powder foundations, especially in my adult life, but like I said, it's maybe a little light on my skin, but we'll even that up with bronzer. I guess if I see a shade or two darker than Fairly Light, I should pick it up. Yeah, I look a little, especially on camera, I look a little ghostly. But like I said, we'll even that up with some bronzer and blush. So far so good. I'll give some final thoughts and opinions on some things at the end of the video as always. But I am going to apply, I do have some new blush and I've got a new highlighter, but I'm just going to go ahead and apply. This is something I found at the Dollar Tree years ago. I thought like a luminous blush might be really good with a powder. This is just the Hard Candy Fox in a box that I found several years ago. So I'm going to apply this and I will be right back. Okay, so my bronzer's on, and this is a really kind of it's a very muted bronzer. I didn't want to go too crazy. So I've used one of the shades in here before. This is the Profusion Blush Boutique, and I'm going to use one of the other shades today. It's a set that comes with a brush. There are 4, but I took the one out that I've already used, and I'm going to dig into one of these other ones today. I really enjoyed this last time I used it. So I don't really know which one I want to use today. I might use Rumba. This is probably one of those things that'll be not $1.25 when the pricing changes. And I'm just going to use the little brush again that it came with. It really worked very nice. Last time I was a little nervous because it's kind of such, it's not usually what I normally use for blush, but I usually use a fluffier brush, but it worked really well last time. The other shade was like a coral type of a shade, and it was really beautiful. Not very easy to go overboard. It's just a really nice, finely milled blush, and the color's really, really pretty. Yeah, so far so good. Like I said, both of them that I've used from that kit so far I have liked along with the brush. So now I've got a highlighter. This again came in that pack of 4 that my friend gave me. It is the Wet n Wild. It is the Wet n Wild MegaGlo Highlighting Bar. This is in the shade Earth. So it's just this really pretty looking highlighter. And you know me, I love a good highlighter. So look at that. It's got some like a little bit of color, different colors in it. I'm just going to use this little brush that I use for highlighter, and I'm just going to go into it, and that's a really nice highlighter. Very finely milled. It doesn't have like doesn't have like big chunky pieces of glitter. Really, really, really nice. It's not too gold, and it's not too like white. Not easy to go overboard, which is really nice, because you know I will. So yeah, really, really, really like that. That's a nice little highlighter, just very, very easy to use, and a really, really nice effect, and a really nice shade. Okay, so I just added some brown pencil liner to my waterline. This is one that I got on either Shein or Temu. I don't have a new one to test out today. So I'm gonna go into the shade Bali here and smoke out under my eyes. Tap the brush off so I don't make a mess. And of course, I'm gonna be going into that light shimmer under my brow bone and my inner corner. So there we go, just a nice little smoked out effect under my eyes. I love this green shade. I'm just digging this a lot so far. So I'm gonna go into that shade Mai Tai there, and that's what we're gonna use for under my brow bone and my inner corner. Let's see what it's like. Oh yeah, that'll be nice. That's a perfect shade. Nice and creamy. I'm gonna blend that just a little bit. Super nice. Now I'm going to put it on my inner corner, and I've got really high hopes for this. So I'm going to take a little thin brush, go into that same shade, a spray brush, go in on my inner corner. That did a great job. That does better, like that did better than most things in the inner corner. Sometimes I'm disappointed by a light eyeshadow, like a metallic light eyeshadow in the inner corner. Sometimes it's just not strong enough for me. Really nice. Yeah, really, really liking this eye look. And I would say the eye look is now done. I totally forgot to conceal like in the corner of my eyes, but that's okay. So I've had this for a little while. So I've tried IONI's lip oils, but I haven't actually tried LA Colors lip oils. I have one that I've got at like Family Dollar, Dollar General like a few years ago, but I hadn't really tried the ones from the Dollar Tree. So this one here, my little package broke, but this is from, I bought this last year, towards the end of the year. It's their lip oil. It's a sheer transparent color. It's in the color. I guess it's in a pomegranate flavor. So I'm going to be using that. I am going to line my lips with an LA Colors lip pencil. I got this again at like Family Dollar or Dollar General. Like 3 years ago, I did a full face of both, and I think this was in one of those videos. So I'm just going to do a very simple lip and just line my lips. I really need to use up that lip pencil or sharpen it. It's getting a little dry, but I love the color. And I'm just gonna apply this lip oil. IONIs are very like decadent feeling. This has a nice taste. And with this lip liner, I kind of like the effect. It doesn't feel as rich as the IONI though, but it doesn't feel sticky. It just feels like a lip gloss. The taste is a little weird. Honestly, I could always do without taste. It doesn't feel like it's gonna last as long. Like I said, it feels a little thinner than the IONI lip oil. But I think the color's right and the effect is right with that lip liner. So now a quick rundown of all the products. There really weren't any fails. That's always a good thing when there's no fails. The palette is really nice. I used 5 of the 8 shades, very pigmented, very creamy. You can get like a total look with this because you've got dark and you've got light and you've got transition shades and you've got beautiful shimmers. Yeah, I really, really love this look. Really nice palette for $1.25. Definitely not a dud. Then using another blush out of the Profusion Blush Boutique. Really, really nice. Loved the other shade. I've got 2 more shades to try. And again, I really like this brush for applying these blushes. Works really well, way better than I thought. And the Color Spell foundation. It's a matte powder foundation. The shade is probably a little light for my skin tone, but of course I was able to darken it up with some bronzer and the blush, so it all comes together. But really the finish is very nice. It really has really good coverage. Yeah, very pleasantly surprised. I really never thought I would ever want to do like a powder foundation, but it actually like legit looks really, really nice. Now I did put this Wet n Wild PhotoFocus Rose Primer Serum underneath, which helped, you know, I don't know how much it helped the foundation, but the two are a great combination, at least on my skin for sure. And this was really, really nice as well. Not something from Dollar Tree, but something that my friend got me in a little package from Beals. So yeah, really, really like that. Like I said, very pleasantly surprised by the powder compact. Then I got this little sample size of the Wet n Wild Big Poppa mascara, again in that gift pack. It also came with this highlighter as well. It came with another thing, but I'm not using it in today's video. But yeah, the Wet n Wild Big Poppa mascara, really interesting brush. And like I said, it didn't really lengthen my lashes, but it definitely made them thicker. And I really liked their brush. It has had these really, it said it had 500 plus crimped bristles, I think is how it described it. Really nice. Like I said, really thickened my lashes. Not as much lengthened, but thickened them for sure. And then the Wet n Wild MegaGlo highlighting bar, really, really nice highlighter. You know, Wet n Wild does really well with highlighters, blushes, bronzers, all that kind of thing. And this one here did not disappoint. Really, really nice finish, not super, super glittery, just a really nice, easy to work with highlighter. And then last but not least, the lip oil. Like I said, not as decadent as like IONI's. I definitely prefer IONI, but not a bad little lip oil, for, you know, for $1.25 if you can't find the IONI. This here is really nice. This is the flavor pomegranate, and I paired it with an LA Colors lip liner. But yeah, it feels really nice on the lips. Like I said, not as decadent as IONI, but still for $1.25, feels really nice on the lips. So of course, comment. That helps me and my channel out so very much, and you know I love talking to you all. Let me know what you've tried, what you think, if you've found the palette yet, if you've seen another color story. Of course, hit the like button if you enjoyed this video. That again helps me and my channel out so much. Don't forget to check the description box for related content and give some of my other content a binge watch. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time.